This guy made 4 or 5 great saves.
Yeah.
4 or 5 great saves to start that game. So, say less. It's like coaches that stand up and shoot their mouths off after games and go on and on. All they do is get themselves in trouble. Say less. Say a lot less. And just focus on getting the job done. Jack Campbell finally showed some warts last night. I mean, a couple of soft goals. He's been so damn good. Lots of pressure on him to keep this thing going. Riddick comes in. So finally, a team gets to him a little bit. This is a big win for Winnipeg, but no Matthews takes a little tarnish away from it.
All right, you brought up Jack Campbell.
From it.
Well, you brought up Jack Campbell. I want to stay with this because I watch Mac, his post-game comments, and it goes back to Montreal where and last night he says his performance, and I quote, unacceptable. I put the team and David Riddick in a tough spot. And then there was the comments Monday night. I was embarrassed by my efforts. I cost us the game. And those are strong comments, Mac.
No. Get
really strong comments that should not come off an 11-0 performance and an NHL record.
Get the PR guy to talk to him and tell him just calm down with your. You don't want to get that going in the media. You just don't want to get that going. It's too close to playoff time, and you don't want that. There's no need of him making those comments. No need whatsoever to make those comments. This kid has stood on his head for this team, and all he has to say is, "Hey, yeah, I struggled. I had an off night." End it.
I just
don't get into being embarrassed and I let the team down and all that bullshit. Forget it.
I just wonder now about the mindset of Jack Campbell and the feel that you're on this amazing high, and then to go from that to an amazing low where you call yourself embarrassing. And I wonder, Mac, at his age now, being in professional hockey for over 10 years, is this been an issue with him? This being emotionally unsettled? I think that's the term that I can use. But goalies can't swing this much. It's going to affect them completely on their performance from game to game. Is he too hard on himself?
Very seldom do you hear a goaltender, like once in a while, you'll hear a goaltender make a comment like this, but not as often. And typically they say very little. Typically they say nothing. So I think he's just got to relax a little bit. But look, when you go 11-0, the pressure starts to mount, and And, I feel bad for him because he's been so damn good, but what is that, 3 losses in a row?
Leafs have gone from, I think, a stretch of 6 wins in a row to 3 in a row now of losses.
But he's got a ton of character, apparently. The players love him. He looks good. Like Nick,
but he beats himself up, Mac.
Oh, no, he does. And before he got pulled the other night, this guy made 4 or 5 great saves.
Yeah.
4 or 5 great saves to start that game. So, say less. It's like coaches that stand up and shoot their mouths off after games and go on and on. All they do is get themselves in trouble. Say less. Say a lot less. And just focus on getting the job done. But don't get into giving these big explanations after losses.
Now, how would you handle if you're Sheldon Keefe and to more of an extent Kyle Dubas or Brendan Shanahan when it comes to Frederik Andersen now? And you saw this great run from Jack Campbell, and maybe he's leaking oil a little bit now, and Riddick comes in, and Riddick is a capable guy that could easily be a first star in a game, but he's not really set up now to be your guy. So what do you do with Frederick Anderson now? Because he's starting to skate again, and do you start building this guy up as if you're going to give him his
Yeah.
net back?
You got no choice but to get him as ready as you possibly can get him ready, because what if Jack keeps leaking? Riddick, I mean, I watched Riddick on the Marner, on the Marner faux pas on that goal. I mean, Riddick, hey, you
Steelers
love
goal.
Riddick. You love Riddick, but he's a
that's
backup
a bad mistake.
He's a backup goaltender. He's a backup goaltender. I don't care what I know the little kid in Calgary's devastated he got traded. I feel bad for the little fella, but he's a backup goalie.